morning, good afternoon, good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode. I'm your host, David. I'm here at another city, country. Bienvenidos de Panama. I'm in Panama. I decided to come here after my trip in Costa Rica. So you can fly here, or you can take the bus or drive from Costa Rica or most countries. The main airport here is Panama City, in the capital. But I actually took the bus here from Uvita, so you can check out that episode as well. It was pretty efficient. Get on the bus, and then you can enter into Panama, obviously, legally, with your passport and information there. And I decided to visit a couple cities here in Panama. So now I'm at this city. It's called Boquete. It's up here in the mountains. It's about 4,000 feet in elevation, so it's relatively cool most of the year compared to most of the country, which is tropical. So here it's like all year spring type of weather. It does rain. It is rainy season, so expect that when you come to visit. So I'm staying at my accommodations here. I can show you how that looks here shortly. Give you a couple attractions to do in the area, a couple restaurants. Again, this is more of a preview type of channel, so you can see how it looks, a nice 360 view, and then you can do your own research if you want to visit, or if you can't visit, at least you see how it looks, right? So thanks for all my subscribers out there. Welcome to my channel. It's a very authentic naturalist. Get your hands dirty, you know, with the culture, the food, the language, and the people as you travel. Take you with me to these different locations. So welcome to Boquete. I'll show you guys around this small city, and it's famous for the all year spring type of climate and the food, you know, the nice relaxed culture, people, and a couple attractions again. So God bless, till next time. Okay, so this is how it looks in my accommodation here up in the hills of Boquete, Panama. So this is a very naturalist theme type of accommodations. As you can see there, incorporated the greenery. So these are more private rooms there. Let's give you a nice little 360 view of how things look. It's been voted one of the top accommodations here in Boquete. So I decided to come here and check it out for a few nights. That's how it looks. Very relaxing scenery, as you can see there. You got the mountains. There's a volcano. I think it's inactive volcano, not too far from here. A lot of trails that you can go. Waterfalls as well. Yeah, isn't that cool? So this pretty much is like a castle up here in the hills. So very relaxing up here. You can see they have more of those type of accommodations there. You can take your taxi here as well, or you can drive, rent a car. Got some nice water flowing here, some fishies, some goldfish there. Very nice. Walk around a little bit more. They have a restaurant inside, indoor heated swimming pool as well. Got these beautiful goldfish, very nice. How it looks there. Got the mountain backdrop up in the hills. It's very comfortable. The climate doesn't get hot or too cold here. That's how it looks. Alright, let's go show you guys inside. This awesome castle here in Boquete. There are a couple of attractions in the area. There's a coffee farm here as well. There's a restaurant. That's how it looks. I like how they kept it very naturalist theme, right? So this is more of the common area. There's a little TV room up top there. Got some books for you to read. Oh, look at that wooden table, right? Antique furniture. Very nice. Definitely come check this place out when you visit Boquete, Panama. I'll leave a link below. As you walk outside here, there's another area you can sit and read and do some work online. Look at that view, right? Beautiful. So coffee is popular here. I'm gonna test that out for myself. If you guys don't know already, I love my coffee. Yeah, very nice architecture here. Show you guys downstairs. There's 2 levels. You have the pool. Okay, this is on the first floor. As you can see, there's a pool here. Looks like you can leave your signature as you please. Got a jacuzzi there. Nice warm pool, indoor pool. And you can do some cooking here as well if you choose. A little kitchen. And a little dining area. You can sit and eat, do some work online. Very nice. You can see why it's been voted one of the top accommodations here in Boquete. Looks like they have a little construction here. There's another area. You can sit outside. Nice cool breeze. Maybe do some yoga exercise in there. That's how it looks. Nice 360 view of this accommodations I'm staying at here in Boquete, Panama. Let's go explore this small town a little bit. A couple of restaurants and attractions. I'll take you with me. Like, share, subscribe, and have a jobless day. Till next time. Okay guys, so I made it to the top at this coffee plantation here in Boquete, Panama. As you can see here, it's a fairly new facility, but they've been around since 1898, making one of the finest coffees in the world. So we're going to do a tour real quick. Again, I'll leave a link below, but as you can see, we took a bus here, a little group of us there. So we're going to find out how coffee is produced from start to finish.
In Latin America, local brands mix their coffee beans with corn. They put corn, beans, lentils, and rice in the blend. I saw it by myself. That coffee you buy in the grocery stores, you know, the powder coffee, the grinded coffee, is 40% coffee in the bag, and the rest of it is corn and beans. You don't get to see it because it is all powdered, but it is written on the bag. It says on the bag. Yeah, it says mixed of the best grains. Yeah, mixed of the best grains. But you know, grains of what? If you want to buy coffee to take back with you, never buy powder coffee. Don't buy powder coffee. Buy the beans. Get the beans because you see what you're getting, and it keeps the flavor longer. I grew up in the coffee thing. I have seen in powder coffee, you know what? It goes in powder coffee. Burn wood, branches, coffee leaves, coffee shells, low-grade coffee beans, insects, bugs, bitters. I have pictures I can show. Don't buy the powder, buy the beans. Nobody uses the word bitter. You understand bitter? Yeah. What is in German bitter?
Bitter.
Bitter. In Dutch?
Bitter.
Bitter. Really? Well, most people say amargo, yeah.
I don't know how in French is.
In Spanish is amargo. Amargo in Spanish.
Amargo.
In French is amer. Well, most people say, this coffee is too strong. And women say, it will put hairs on your chest. And then they put sugar and milk to kill bitterness. I don't like to put sugar in my coffee. I don't drink milk either. If I put sugar in my coffee, it means I want to kill something is not good in that coffee. But you know, everybody has different tastes. In USA there is a coffee place where they are experts. They are very good in making coffee for people who don't like coffee. Starbucks.
Yeah, exactly.
They put ice cream and whipped cream and chocolate, syrups, caramel, pumpkin spice lattes for Halloween, ketchup. There is a cafe in Canada. I didn't like it, but Canadians love it. It is called Tim Hortons in Canada. Tim Hortons is a big chain in Canada, and most people ask for a double double. Double double means double sugar, double cream. You can get a triple triple and a 4x4. 4 sugars, 4 creams. Yeah, there is a no, they're promoting a no coffee drink at Tim Hortons. It is called Wayne Gretzky. If you get Wayne Gretzky coffee, you get 9 sugars, 9 creams. Because Wayne Gretzky is a famous ice hockey player. He's a hockey player. And his number is 99. 9 sugars, 9 creams. You need a spoon to eat it. Yeah, Tim Hortons, Canada. But, you know, every country has a big coffee thing. Starbucks, US. Tim Hortons, Canada. Chibo in Germany is the biggest. In Holland, Douwe yeah. Aroma, Israel. Marcilla, Spain. Lavazza, Italy. Nestlé, Switzerland. Costa Coffee, England. Café Brit, Costa Rica. Juan Valdez, Colombia. Café Duran, Panama. Duran is the biggest in Panama. In Chile, in South America, there is a coffee chain. It's called Café con Piernas. Coffee with piernas. You understand piernas? Legs. Coffee with legs. Coffee with legs. Those are coffee shops like Starbucks in Chile, but their waitresses are women in mini skirts. That's why it's called coffee with legs. It's like Hooters. It's like the Hooters of coffee, actually. Women in Chile are not very happy. In fact, women were protesting because their husbands go to drink coffee up to 5 times a day, coffee with legs, and women were asking for cafes for women to go with men as waiters instead of women. There is one already. They opened one in Santiago de Chile. Yeah, they called it a coffee with 3 legs, but they had to switch the name. They had to switch the name to Café Corbata. Corbata is Thai coffee. That's how they call it now, Café Corbata. But it used to be called coffee with 3 legs. Yeah, that's a true story. Okay, now we go down here. They all speak their own language. They speak their own language. So 7 languages in Panama plus Spanish. Yeah, our mother tongue is not Spanish. You know, we speak Spanish now in Latin America because, you know, the pilot from Spain. But yeah, we had our own language before. And in Panama there are 7 tribes, 7 indigenous tribes. I come from the tribe Nobe Bugle, which is the biggest. We are more than 300,000 indigenous Nobe in Panama. They have a big reservation. Their land connects Bocas del Toro, Chiriquí province and Veraguas. It's a big piece of land, but it is 80% green mountains. It's beautiful up there. Yeah, the most beautiful waterfalls I've seen in Panama are in the Indian villages. Yeah, about 1 week ago I went to see another one. We had to drive, close to Bocas del Toro, almost 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and then we left the car somewhere, and then we hiked for 4 hours to get to see a waterfall in the middle of nowhere. But beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I can show you pictures later. It's not very touristic there. I saw it on Instagram, and then, you know, we made a group of friends, and then yeah, we went there. It's beautiful. Yeah, and indigenous love nature. Our God was nature before the European people came with Christianism. Yeah, our God was nature. The sun, the moon, the trees, the rain, the earth, and we still feel it that way. And yeah, we fight for nature. Last year in October and November, last year, the 7 indigenous tribes got together to fight against government and a Canadian company. And Panamanians in general, we all got together to fight against the government and a Canadian company, because the Canadian company was doing mining in Panama illegally. They were destroying our nature, you know, our green mountains, to get gold, silver, copper, and the country didn't get benefits from it. Yeah, I read the contract. They got permission to explode 800,000 hectares of green land in Panama, 60% of Panama, for mining. Yeah, and they started doing it. They already destroyed 7,000 hectares of green land. So we had to stop it. Indigenous got together and Panamanians. Yeah, Indigenous put the most pressure. It took almost 2 months. We blocked all the, you know, the Pan American highway, the way to Bocas del Toro, to Colón, the main roads in Panama. Nobody could drive by. And yeah, well, the company now is closed. Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Good job.
Yeah, it took us almost 2 months, and some indigenous died also on the way.
Really?
But yeah, indigenous, they died. Yeah, during the protest. And but we had to do it.
But how come?
Yeah, well, some people got stressed, and they wanted to drive through, and they didn't care, and
Accidents.
yeah, another guy came. Yeah, it was.
Really?
Yeah, it was stressful, but something we had to do. Now the company is closed. Mountains, rivers, and they speak their language. Their language is called Nobere. To say, for example, what is your name? They say Mocoño. Mocoño. In Spanish is ¿Cuál es tu nombre? To say I am hungry, they say Morore nitie. Morore nitie. In Spanish is Tengo hambre. Chickens, Cui. Eggs, Cuijuda. Hello, Ñatore. Friend, Jamorogo. If you say Ñatore Jamorogo, hola amigo. Banana, Huichowada. Huichowada. It has nothing to do with Spanish. Yeah, I come from that tribe too. And indigenous men like me, we don't grow mustache. We don't have mustache, and we don't have a beard either. Ours is like a cactus. One hair here, one hair there. That's why I didn't go to the casting to be Juan Valdez. But 500 men wanted to be Juan Valdez in Colombia. 500 men. It was bigger than Miss Universe, the contest. Even on movies, there is an American movie called Bruce Almighty. Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey and Morgan Freeman. Do you know Morgan Freeman?
Sí.
He's on every movie since 100 years ago. Yeah, he plays God and Presidents. He did the Panama Canal video. Yeah, he's the voice on the video. Well, Jim Carrey is good for 1 week, and he's on the computer. He needs coffee, and Juan Valdez came through the window with coffee from Colombia, and he was with the donkey, just for 10 seconds. But Juan Valdez didn't exist. Okay, this coffee company is called Don Pepe, Café Don Pepe, Don Pepe State Coffee. The farm is 125 years old, 100 hectares around. My first job was in this farm. Yeah, I came here to pick coffee beans when I was 10 years old. I was 10, 11, 12, and 13. Yeah, my brothers and sisters were here too. My brother was 9, I was 10, my other brother was 12, my sister was 14. 4 of us were in this farm. Yeah, we started working from a younger age because our mother was an indigenous woman. My mother didn't go to school. She ran away from the Indian village when she was 16. She didn't want to stay there because her father wanted her to marry a man she didn't like. So she ran away from the village, and she got Boquete. She came to pick coffee beans, and she stayed in Boquete. When I was 10, my mother and my stepfather separated. My stepfather took the land and the house with him. Yeah, we had 9 hectares, I remember. He took it with him, 9 hectares. My mother took nothing with her, just 6 kids. I was one of them. So we all came here to pick coffee beans to bring money home. Then when I was 17, I started working in a coffee factory in Boquete. I used to work in the processing plant, the roasting plant, the packaging area, the coffee shops, and tasting rooms. I worked there for 25 years in that coffee company, 25 years. Yeah, I already paid my retirement plan. But I'll move from Boquete, gentrification. Well, yeah, that's a good company to work for, 25 years. I quit my job there 1.5 years ago, and then I came back to Don Pepe as a tour guide. Yeah, I like to work there, but one day I was moving coffee bags from one place to another. Coffee bags are heavy. The coffee bags go to your countries with coffee, weigh 60 kilos. One bag weighs 60 kilos. 1 kilo is 2.2 pounds. We grow different coffee plants around. Caturra, Catuay, Catimor, Mundo Novo, Villa Sarchi, Pache, Maragogipe, Bourbon, Típica Arábica, Pacamara, Java, Yellow Caturra, Villalobos, Liberica, Geisha. Can you repeat?
Okay.
Panama Geisha coffee is the most expensive coffee in the world. Panama Geisha. We could sell it last year on $12,000 1 kilo. It went to South Korea. Another lot of geisha went to New Zealand on $10,000 a kilo. In Australia, there is a coffee bar, sells Panama Geisha coffee by a cup on $1,500, and people go and pay for it. In Panama, it's cheaper because we grow it here. It's $10 average. 1 cup of geisha is $10 in Panama. Have you tried the geisha? No. Yeah, in Panama, it's more affordable. Out of Panama, it's way too expensive. The geisha coffee became famous from Panama in the year 2004. Panama made it famous. But that coffee was discovered in Ethiopia in 1932 in a province is called Gesa. Gesa is a coffee region in Ethiopia, and that's why the name geisha. So you have nothing to do with the geisha girls from Japan. Even though they're both expensive and nothing to do. Geisha has sweet aromas, sweet flavors. It tastes like sweet citrus fruits, kind of green apples, orangey, lemony. It's very citrus. It's not bitter. It has a clean and sweet aftertaste. That's the most expensive coffee around the world. Panama made it famous, but that coffee was discovered in Ethiopia in 1932. But you know, Panama geisha coffee is the most expensive. The second most expensive coffee in the world is from Sumatra, Indonesia. In Sumatra, they pick the coffee fruits, the ripe coffee fruits, and then they feed cats with the beans. Cats eat the beans. Yeah, the beans don't get digested. They poop it out. People get the poop. It looks like a granola bar. Yeah, they roast it. 1 kilo of roasted poop coffee, $800. $800. Yeah. Have you heard?
Yeah. I tasted it.
You tried it? Yeah, it is called Kopi Luwak. Kopi is coffee, Luwak is the cat. I tried it also. I got one from Bali. The one I had, I didn't like it. It had a weird taste. I don't know, maybe a poopy aftertaste. Yeah, I didn't like it. And I had it with milk. I got a cat poopchino.
Cappuccino.
Yeah, that's how they call it, cat poopchino. But I didn't like it. That coffee is well known because they show it on a movie. It is called The Bucket List with Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. Yeah, Morgan Freeman again. Jack Nicholson is multi-millionaire and he keeps drinking the coffee because he can't afford it, but he didn't know he was drinking kachet. Kopi Luwak. Now they do the same in Thailand with elephants. You know, mass production. And it is called Black Ivory. Black Ivory coffee. People are good at marketing.
Yes.
Good marketing sells everything, even shit. Literal, literal. So those are the most expensive coffees in the world. Geisha Panama, which is not poop. Kopi Luwak, the cat poop coffee from Sumatra, and Black Ivory, Thailand. Geisha, Luwak, Ivory, the most expensive coffees around the world. The biggest coffee growers in the world: Brazil, Vietnam, Colombia, Indonesia, Mexico. Brazil, Vietnam, Colombia, Indonesia, Mexico. They are the biggest coffee producers. The biggest coffee drinkers per capita: Finland, Sweden, Norway, Iceland, Denmark, Austria, and the Netherlands. One person in Finland drinks average 6 cups of coffee per day. But you know, it's dark and cold there. Lots of depression. Finland has the highest suicide rates too.
Yeah, they also drink a lot of other stuff.
Alcohol, yeah. Well, sometimes in the coffee tour, when I say the biggest coffee importer, somebody in the tour says Italy. The biggest coffee drinker, somebody says again Italy. No, Italy is just good in marketing. Italy is good on selling things like coffee, wine, football. Well, not football anymore, but cars, pizza, pasta, olive oil, presidents, Pope, fashion, mafia, ice cream, you know, gelato, shoes, cheese, jewelry, women, art, fabric, glasses, Gucci. If one day you have a new business, put an Italian name on it, even if it doesn't make sense. It brings people to you. Yeah, there are lots of Italian restaurants in town. Yeah, this one is always full of people. Maybe I've been there. It says Tres Scalini. Tres Scalini. Tres Scalini means 3 steps. 3 steps. So the name of the restaurant is 3 steps. I went there already. It is all flat, no steps at all. So even if it doesn't make sense. Now we go down here. The coffee I like the most, my favorite coffee is Typica. I like Typica because Typica is the original Arabica coffee seed from Ethiopia. And in Boquete, everybody grew Typica before, but now the coffee growers are getting rid of Typica because those coffee trees are not very productive. They grow less beans, and now it's hard to find. But Typica has sweet aromas. It smells a bit sugary. It smells like nuts and chocolate, a bit sweet chocolate. It is not bitter. It has a clean and sweet aftertaste. There is a coffee farm in Boquete. They grow Typica. The farm is more than 100 years old. They pick their beans, and their Typica coffee goes to the most expensive stores around the world. One of them is in London. It is called Fortnum and Mason. Fortnum and Mason in London. It's a very expensive store. It's more expensive than Harrods in London. Fortnum and Mason. Typica is the coffee I like the most. Well, Arabica coffee grows better in some shade. That's why most coffee plantations in Boquete are shaded. Some coffee growers in Boquete grow bananas, they grow oranges, avocado, guava, they grow fruit trees mixed together with coffee plants to provide shade. If you go up to the waterfalls, the three waterfalls, you're going to see along the road, there are coffee plantations, and those ones up there grow together with fruit trees. Bananas, oranges, avocado, guava. This farm uses a different method. This farm has this line of trees close to each other to provide shade on both sides, and it also works as a windbreaker. It is a windbreaker. And shade-grown coffee is eco-friendly because 1 hectare of shade-grown coffee produces more than 27 kilos of oxygen per day. So clean and fresh air because of the trees. In school, we learned that we have 2 lungs for breathing. I keep saying we have 3 lungs. We have 2 inside, 1 outside. Because when we're breathing, the air comes out from us, goes to the plants, they process it and give it back to us in the oxygen form. So we need them, it's one cycle. I went to China in 2017. I stayed more than 1 month in China. I went to 5 provinces, and I remember I couldn't breathe. That smell in the air was not pleasant. No blue sky in China because of the smoke, and people were wearing masks. Before pandemic, they were wearing masks. I said myself, in Panama I live in a paradise because of this. And big trees also keep birds in the farm. We love to see birds in the farm. Birds don't eat coffee fruits. We have never seen birds eating coffee fruits, but they eat insects. They eat the insects.
Perfect.
Yeah, so they keep the insects away. The coffee plant and the shade trees, they have deep roots. Yeah, the root on the coffee plant is more than 1.5 meters deep. So they hold the soil when it rains. It prevents erosion. It prevents erosion. And some of the plants are a nitrogen fixer. They get nitrogen from the air and put nitrogen back in the soil by the roots. All kind of legumes are nitrogen fixing plants. Legumes, peanuts is very good for nitrogen. In Boquete, the coffee growers grow castor bean. Castor bean is a bigger plant. It's bigger than a coffee plant. It has big leaves like a star shape. So it's good for shade, it's good for nitrogen, and it is a natural insecticide because castor bean is poisonous. Yeah, from the plant they get a ricin. Ricin is a poison, is used for killing rats and presidents. Yeah, same species.
In Russia, right?
Same species, yeah. In Texas, a woman put ricin in powder in an envelope,
Oh my
and she
God.
mailed it to Obama. Yeah, they
Oh,
got the
yeah.
envelope in California with ricin in it,
Yeah.
in a mail in California. Envelope in French is envelope. And in England, in 1976, a Russian spy killed a Bulgarian journalist with ricin. He put ricin on top of the umbrella like a little needle, then on the leg. Bye bye. 1976. Yeah,
Smells so good.
yeah, and they're roasting coffee.
Yeah.
And there is a television series. It's called Breaking Bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
They also show ricin in Breaking Bad. We grow it here. We have the plant here. If I see one, I'm going to show you. If you go and touch it, nothing happens. If you eat the plant, you die.
Okay.
Well, you don't die immediately. You die 4 weeks later.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good for ex-husbands, ex-wives. Yeah. Are you married or are you happy? This is how we ask in Panama. Are you married or are you happy? I am happy again. I was married before. 8 years. My God. 8 years. No, but she's still around for 4 more weeks. Well, yeah, so if you see the plants around, those are big plants, green leaves, big leaves like a star shape. They are a bit taller than a coffee
Okay.
plant. Castor bean or
Don't eat them.
ricin. Ricin, yeah, it's poison. Okay, you see these ones are turning red. These ones are late in the season or too early in the season. and these ones are turning yellow. Hola. See? These are the coffee fruits. These are the coffee fruits. Coffee is a fruit. Many people have never seen a coffee tree in their life. Sometimes they expect to see the brown coffee beans on the coffee plants, but coffee is a fruit. You know, when they turn red or yellow, they are ready to be picked. But these ones are late in the season. They are not going to get picked. They are, yeah, they are going to fall down. The process is hand-selected picking. The second step in the coffee process is pre-sorting by density by using water. We put the coffee fruits, fresh picked, in water. If they float, they're not good. The sinkers are the good ones. When they float, it's because the coffee fruit is rotten, is empty, is damaged by fungus or insects. You know, insects ate the beans or fungus or something, so they float. We separate the floaters from the water, but we still use it. The floater coffee is processed for instant coffee or ground coffee. You know, powder coffee. You know Nescafe? In Panama we call it no es café. No es café in Panama. And the George Clooney coffee. You know those capsules? Yeah, yeah, that's the worst. That is the worst. Yeah. That's the one in Alabama. Yeah. So most of you get Java is very fruity, sweet, olive, and a bit winey. That's the one is natural roll. That coffee was right in the water. That's a very hipster coffee. That's the most hipster coffee in the Okay, the process of making coffee is called cap.
There you go.
And your signature, please.
There you go. Thank you. Okay.
Okay guys, wrapping up this coffee farm tour. My guide was excellent. I'll leave a link below, that way you guys can check this place out up here in Boquete, Panama. We had some coffee tasting, he gave us the history and a view of the farm and how everything from start to finish. So definitely come check this place out when you visit Boquete. So like, share, subscribe, and have a jobless day. Until next time. Okay, so now we're at the Central Park in Boquete. This is a good starting point to show you a couple restaurants here in the pretty much heart of this small city here. Again, I did the coffee farm tour and very informative tour, so you can check that out. I'll leave a link below. Oh, that's cute, they have the plants and the wheelbarrow here. Tour guide was amazing. Carlos is his name. You guys can check that out. And he gave me some reference, like straight ahead, this restaurant here. It's a local restaurant. Again, this is more centralized in Boquete. See how it looks. Nice 360 view there. Again, this city is high up in the mountains, about 5,000 feet, give and take. Looks like a main market here. Come in here and get your fresh fruits and vegetables, right? That's how it looks. Shopping, got your ATM there. Alright. Pick up some groceries here as well. So this is the market. That's how it looks. A lot of different vendors. Boquete, Unidos por el Café. And this is the main road here, main street. Can't get lost here. Let's walk back to that park. More centralized. Oh, that's a cool looking bicycle there. Yeah, the Volcan Baru. It's the highest point here in Panama. So that's nearby. You can do tours there. That's how it looks. The sunrise. Supposedly you can see both the Pacific and the Caribbean Ocean from the top of the volcano. So yeah, this is a local restaurant here. This is pretty cool. They have the plants, a little arch. Just walk right through there. Again, it's very cool in the city. It doesn't get hot or too cold. Very comfortable. So a lot of expats, retirees choose this city to come and live. So it's more on the more expensive end of the spectrum for Panama. Panama City, largest city. Most people fly into there. And then you can fly to David. There's an airport in David. And then from David, you can make your way up here. It's about an hour. It's not too far. Alright, let's walk through here. A little drizzle. It does rain most of the year, especially up in the mountains here. So expect that. Coffee studio. Buckle tip, right? Alright, so back on the main strip. This road here. Take taxis, right? Let's walk up this main road here. Find myself gonna have some Panamanian food. Again, I like to eat like the locals, so get your local Panamanian clothing. Supermarket. Alright, so this is the main strip. A lot of shops, restaurants here. Walking back up to my accommodations. That beautiful castle up there. I'll leave a link for that. The flowers there. Alright, let's walk up this hill. Show you guys around some more. Okay, I just stopped by this Felipe Mota. Pick up some red wine. So there's the tour, the coffee tour. Right? So you can actually walk in there and ask some questions. Awesome tour. Again, this main strip has an abundance of restaurants, desserts, shopping. So I asked, hey, what's a good Panamanian local restaurant? So he gave me two options. And he said this one here on the right, El Sabroso Numero Uno. Right? So this is a local restaurant he mentioned. Right? Good price as well. That's the name right there. Restaurante El Sabroso. Right? There's a local restaurant there. Check that place out. It's $19.94, right? And then to the left you have some ice cream. Italiana, Gelato Cafe, right? Got your realtor office there. Gonna buy some expensive property because This is the highest in the country, more than likely. In Boquete. There's the mountains. Straight ahead, you got a church. Straight ahead there. Got this little statue. Very pedestrian friendly here in Boquete. This is a monument. Alright. So I'm actually going to have dinner at this restaurant up on the left here, I was told. Really good food. Panamanian food. Show you guys how that looks. Alright. God bless. Okay. There's a few other restaurants. How they look. Gonna use this pedestrian crossing. Safety first as you travel. It should be anyway. Got a Taboo bar and lounge there. Not sure what that is. Maybe a dance club or something. So Calle 2A Norte is the main street here. That's the name of the street. Again, it's the main street. And I'm not too far from the restaurant. Recommendation. Okay, here it is on the left. This pink building. It's called Donde, Giselle, right? Again, this was a recommendation from a local. He said it's really good food. Might pay a little bit more, but this is where you come if you want some authentic Panamanian cuisine. Donde, Giselle. Cocina Panama. Right? Alright, so that's how it looks on the inside there. So this is where I'm gonna eat dinner. Show you guys the menu and how it looks, the food anyway. Alright, so this is pretty much it. Wrap up this episode. Again, you get a couple of attractions, you name it here. I'll leave some links below. But to like, share, subscribe, and have a jobless day. And it's time for dinner. Alright, so I was just seated. So that looks on the inside. This restaurant. Again, it's a referral from a local, so I'm sure it's going to be amazing, the food. I'll show you the menu shortly. Nice theme in here, very relaxing. Okay, so they just handed me the menu. Donde, Giselle. Alright, so this is how it looks. They have English and Espanol. There's your pricing there. $1 US is $1 Panamanian. So it's 1-to-1 here in this country. They do have their local currency. I think it's called a bolba. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, but yeah, so there's the menu. You got your pizzas, desserts, and we have some drinks there. Got some local beer. Right, wine, cocktails. There's your pricing there. Yeah, so it's pretty simple, 1-to-1. $1 US is, yeah, they use the US dollar here, so that's not a problem. Alright, let's go ahead and order something and show you guys how that looks. Okay, I'm gonna try the trout from Boquete, served with saffron sauce and mashed potatoes. And so that's the local beer here, one of them, but this is the most popular one. It's pretty good beer. I've had it before, and it tastes like a Yingling. So yeah, I'm gonna try that out and order also the soup, just traditional Panamanian soup with chicken, yams, also corn, and coronador. So that's for dinner. Check this place out, Donde Giselle. Very local Panamanian cuisine here. Okay, so they brought out the soup. That's how it looks. I had a taste of it. It's pretty good. Got some corn in here, potatoes, chicken, some spice. So this is your Panamanian soup here. It's a good way, good appetizer before you have the main meal. So I'm definitely gonna drink all of this before my fish comes out. I'll show you how that looks. Okay, so they brought out my local trout here. As you can see, got some potatoes, mashed potatoes with olives, tomatoes. Looks yummy and healthy. Got some beer and water. And we're gonna wrap up this episode. Alright, it's about to get dark. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Boquete, Panama. Showed you the castle. Went to a coffee farm. Showed you the main street here in Boquete. And of course, a local Panamanian restaurant. So, until next time, like, share, subscribe, and have a jobless day.